Welcome back to IGN Live at Comic-Con. If you're sick and tired of superheroes, The Boys might be the superhero show for you. Amazon's new series based on the Garth Ennis comic shows the less flattering side of the costume heroes. And I'm joined by creator and showrunner Eric Kripke, as well as Elisabeth Shue and Antony Starr, who play some very nasty people. But we welcome you here on IGN. We're glad to have you here. Thanks for coming.
Well, thanks for having us after that introduction.
Now, maybe not nasty, but misunderstood.
I mean, I would say misunderstood, but I would be being a little facetious. I think,
He's nasty.
you know, what I'm saying, what I mean by that is bad people never do things thinking, oh, I'm going to twiddle my mustache and be bad. I do things that are ostensibly bad, but I believe it's the right thing to do.
Well, I'm curious what the Seven might think of a superhero group like the Justice League and what's wrong with them. Are they doing something wrong that you guys are doing right if you had to compare the two?
They're not making enough money, basically. My job is to make the superheroes a shitload of money.
You're kind of like an agent almost.
Yes,
Yeah, exactly.
very, very powerful agent.
Yeah, they're not brand marketing well enough.
No.
Well, I would say, what are the Justice League doing when the cameras flip off and they go behind the door,
Amen.
close the doors of the Hall of Justice?
Yes.
And what sort of weirdo, freaky shit are...
What's in the basement?
What's like super normal to keep a cave loaded with rubber suits? Super normal, nothing weird or pervy or S&M about that. Just saying.
We've all got one.
Well, Antony, you play Homelander.
Yes, sir.
And Homelander seems like a cross between Captain America and Superman. Would you consider that a fair comparison? Or?
I would say if you cross Superman, Captain America, gave them a healthy dose of crack and flipped them on their heads, we'd be in the ballpark.
Why are you a jerk? Why are you such a jerk? Not you, Antony. No, Antony, you're
Yeah.
great.
Where are we going with this?
Antony, you're great.
I'm just
You're
glad.
sorry. Why is Homelander
I'm just
such a
glad
jerk?
someone
I'm sorry.
finally
Yeah.
asked him.
Well, here's one of the good things. Here's one of the great things about the show, and you know, Eric can probably speak to this a little broader, but like specifically with my character, we do see that he's a jerk, and he does some pretty evil stuff that, you know, objectively that would be evil. Like I said, I don't think it's evil. I think I'm doing the right things. But we also dip into the backstory of the characters throughout the season, and we really get a sense of who this guy is and how he was made, and how his personality was made, and why he is what he is. So I think by the end of it, it's not just that one note of like the villain. It's actually much more. It's much more multi-layered than that.
Right. And
Thanks to Eric.
Thank you so much. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Thank you.
Well, Elizabeth, you can talk a little
Big
about
fan of your work.
Elizabeth and Eric. I'm curious about the structure of the Seven and how it's set up. Because it feels like when I think of the Seven, I think of the Justice League. Like I said, they're not making enough money.
No.
You're getting them jobs. You're trying to influence politics. Does this have anything to say about our current political climate or our current obsession with superheroes in general?
Oh, you asking me?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah, no, it's yeah, it is. It's about when Garth Ennis wrote it in 2006. You know, he always said to me, you know, what inspired him to write it was what would happen if you combine the absolute worst of celebrity with the absolute worst of politics, and how bad that would screw over the common man. And in 2006, you're like, what a crazy concept. But now we're sort of living in the world where celebrity and politics are blurred to a horrible degree.
Gee, what do you mean?
And so it's, you know, it's sort of like the timing of this show has never been better. You know, what we say in the writer's room is bad for the world, good for the show. And we just have, you know, I think what's happening with corporations and celebrities and social media and politics, and I think our show is really all about that.
No. Elizabeth, sorry, I have to ask. I know I'm going back a little ways here, but I just saw The Karate Kid again. And so I'm seeing your character there, and I'm watching the first couple episodes of this season of The Boys. And I'm
And
like,
you're
wow,
like,
you've
she has
changed.
no.
She's changed.
No.
What happened to the girl that was dating Daniel going putt-putt? What happened?
I thought you were going to say, and she looks exactly the
Oh,
same.
you look exactly the same.
You do.
Yeah, she's gorgeous, yeah.
Joking.
Your
Joking.
personality.
My personality,
Yeah.
yes.
That was my first crush. My dad took me to see that movie in New Zealand. I got a brand new pair of shoes and a new Swan Dry. That's
It's a
a New
great movie,
Zealand thing. And we went and watched that, and I was like, Alice. Fuck you, Ralph Macchio. I want her.
Well, I think my character, Madeline Stillwell, was once that girl. She really was. When she first started out, all she wanted was a little bit of recognition, maybe, and a little bit of power. And I was very lucky that I met Homelander when I was very young. And I sort of hitched my wagon to him, and he helped pull me up. So now I'm very powerful, and so now I'm helping him become more powerful. So we both really are kind of like in a
It's
feeding
a
frenzy
symbiotic
of
sort
power.
of relationship. Yeah, it's a very strange relationship. It's pretty twisted. Goes to some pretty Oedipal, dark, weird, twisted moments.
Super weird.
Yes.
But underneath it all, there is this borderline obsessive, compulsive need for each other, and
Yes.
it's a real push-pull. It's a lot of fun. And I gotta say, good casting, Eric, because this has been a dream working with her. It's just been so much
Oh,
fun.
you're
Well,
so
I can't
sweet.
wait to see more of it. I can tell you have a Dreamcast here. Just talking
Yeah.
to the whole crew here. It's really impressive. Thanks for coming on and talking with us today. Really appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks.
Thanks so much.
And thanks so much. Season 1 of The Boys hits Amazon Prime next month.
No,
We need to
next week.
Next week. Sorry,
Friday,
next week.
July
Oh, no.
26th.
Next week, Friday, July 26th. We need to take a short break, but there's plenty more Comic-Con still to come.